Welcome back to our Good Morning North Coast show. In studio with me this morning, I've got Sharon Sinclair from Chandramala. Sharon, good morning.
Hi Sharon, how are you?
It's lovely seeing you. I'm well, thank you.
Also well. Lovely to be starting 2022 on such a bright note.
Most definitely. And I mean, it's been such a lovely energy in the studio this morning well. Did you have a beautiful festive season?
Nice and quiet.
And
quiet,
well
peaceful,
rested.
well rested, a lot of time for introspection.
Oh, good.
And not looking at New Year's resolutions, but rather looking at my purpose and what is it that I want out of life, you know?
Yeah.
And so something like Tony said as well, you know, it's about who you associate with and the positive energy around you. And so I think December month has given me some time to really reflect on what it is that I want out of my life, what worked last year, what didn't work, and what do I actually need to do differently. And I think a lot of people are sitting in the same situation. I know some people are still on holiday, and so when they go back home or go back to work, they'll also start to kind of reflect on, all right, how's the past year been? Because I think everybody found last year was a little bit challenging.
Oh, it was a terrible year for some, wasn't it?
It was, you know, worse than the year before. And I think that 2022, it just sounds so great. It sounds energetic and exciting.
It does, and it looks good too.
It looks
those
good.
Figures and
all those twos,
yes.
You know. And so it's a lot around also partnership and collaboration. And so I think that is exciting, you know. People helping each other to open up doors or help them in processes or help them maybe do workshops together or help them in their business. So I think it's a lot about people really coming together to support each other and help each other. And overcome the setbacks from the year before, you know. We look at our personal development as so fundamentally important, you know, and your business goals are one element, but then also your personal goals. And so we try and find some balance. I know for me, my balance was a little bit out last year. It was focusing a lot on the business. And so this year I'm really looking at, okay, business is there. I've got my business goals. I've got also my purpose. And then what do I want as Sharon out of this year, you know, which has to tie up with the business. Otherwise,
there's no synergy almost.
No synergy, exactly. And Sharon is the fuel for her business, you know. And so I always tell my clients about balance, etc. But when I reflected over December, I realized, whoa, there are certain areas where I was actually out of balance. You know.
Yeah, I know. I can relate to that as well. Yeah.
And I mean, you're a businesswoman, so you've also got quite a busy schedule. And you know, businesswomen want to be succful. And so we do tend to put a lot on our plate. And so we just need to like really have a look this year and say, how do I pace myself? What really does need to change. And I think that when we set our intentions, not New Year's resolutions as such, because those have got a little bit of a stigma attached to it.
I agree, and also a resolution isn't that, I want to say, determining, is it? It doesn't challenge you. It doesn't. It's not like a prerogative. It's just a thing. You know, it's everyone says it. Let's do it, and this is what I'm going to try and do.
Absolutely.
But there's no challenge behind the actual resolution.
Absolutely. And also the New Year's resolution. We all know most people dump it. Within the first month.
Exactly.
And so we know that subconsciously. So when we look at our purpose is to add value, to have more meaning, to impact our communities, society, the business, other businesses. And I think so when we look at purpose, there's definitely more depth, more meaning, more drive. Because we all know that we were born for a purpose. And so I think when we focus on our purpose, the opportunities and the clarity for business opens up. The clarity for what we need to do for ourselves starts to open up when we've got that clarity and that feeling of purpose. You know, so I think that's quite a powerful one for this year.
Absolutely love it, Sharon.
Fantastic.
Absolutely such a good thing. I mean, and we do, especially with the last 2 years, did any of us feel like we had a purpose? You don't feel like you've got a purpose. You feel like you're flopping around because that purpose has kind of been taken away by something completely out of our control.
Absolutely.
And to sit down and to refocus and to put pen to paper and to decide what your purpose is going to be and how to stay happy and grateful by achieving, you know, your end goal. And that's really something we can all strive to work towards.
Absolutely. And perhaps over the last 2 years, with this lack of control and things being out of our control and the external influences, maybe our purpose has changed. You know, not necessarily the actual purpose, but the avenue through which the purpose moves through.
Yeah.
Perhaps has changed. Is it a new business venture? Is it a different career path? Or is it maybe even a different partner? I mean, or different country.
Yeah.
Could even be a different country.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they booked a holiday and they're going over to Mauritius or somewhere and they decide, wow, this is actually where
you should be. Your calling is actually there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think it's an exciting year. But something like Tony said as well this morning, it is about the action.
Yeah.
And we need to be self-disciplined to take that action.
Most
So I'm putting all my goals on a wall that I have in my bedroom. I'm going to paste them all on there, make sure that, and with a highlighter, so I can make sure I just tick off everything and make sure I stay on track.
And that's the right thing to do. I mean, that's your motivation at the end of the day, isn't it?
Go to bed, wake up in the morning, and it's all there. And I'm accountable at the end of the day.
You can't blame anyone else.
Can't blame anybody else.
No.
Yeah. So it's a lot about responsibility as well.
Most definitely. Oh, and that self-discipline is the worst, isn't it?
It's crazy, it's hectic, but we've got to do it if we want the end result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharon, thank you. It's so lovely having you on the show, like always.
Pleasure.
It was so great to have you on my show for a change,
Yes.
I must say.
Yes, it's a good start for 2022.
It is, isn't it? Oh, Sharon, thank you so much. And all the best with the year that lies ahead. We wish you all the best. And guys, thank you so much for our guests, viewers and sponsors. We really appreciate all your support. I mean, without you, none of this is possible. We are going to close off the show with a music video from Zaan Sonneke called Tiener Kwaad, and we will see you on Friday. Have a blessed week and a super one. Keep well all.